Hello and welcome to my presentation of Sacred Cistern, a level that I made in December of 2014 for an Academy of Art class called Rapid Game Development. So I had to get through that silver door, but there's a lock. Now I want to go down here, but that's locked. So what do I do? First of all, I should explain the little system here. I have a limited supply of air, which I can replenish by collecting those blue gems. I also have green ammo called the Emerald Blast, which I can shoot at enemies, and I can replenish with green gems. And my health, I can replenish with red gems. So now there's these 6 switches here. If I press them in the wrong order, nothing happens. But if I press the right one, they turn gold. Now this painting over there, you can see that I'm looking at, has this little squiggle pattern that reveals the order. So if I get in the right order, the water goes up. This was actually one of the first times I really got to mess around with cutscenes in Unity. So that was a pretty fun thing to do. So now that the water's up, I can swim to that switch that was previously inaccessible. I do want to apologize for the weird camera in this game. My teacher and I actually did work on a script that allowed me to have the camera, bounce forward if I go like this. But I couldn't quite get it to work in the game. It just required too much that needed to be overhauled. And it didn't really work well with the platform or character movement, a script that I already made. And I didn't have enough time, this was only a 4-week project, so I couldn't implement it. So yeah, we have that little camera bug. I can't do anything about it, and I apologize. So this little big chasm here, we just have to swim all the way to the top, but there's these holes that contain more items, including that diamond, which gives me an extra life. Now I can go all the way to the top. That's the right way, but if I went on the other side, there's this clock which allows me to have more time. Yeah, this is a timed level. You start out with 5 minutes and you're required to find clocks, and some of which are 1 minute, some are 2 minutes, and that way you're constantly in a rush, but at the same time kind of makes you want to explore, because you kind of have to get these clocks in order to beat the level. So that little switch there that I just shot opened the doors, and now I can get the silver key. And that silver key will unlock this door. Now for the second room. After getting a gold clock, which gives me 2 minutes. Now, on top of the water, there's these purple blocks. They float on top of the water. So this switch lowers the water and thus lowers this block, and now I can go down to this first floor. Now I want to get back to the top floor, but it's a little too high up. Even if I jump on that block, I'm not going to get up to the first, or rather the second floor. Now if I hold control, the character runs, and pretty much the entire video I'm running. If I wasn't holding control, he would move about half this fast. So I hit this switch. Now the water's back up. Now I can swim up. I can use that block to access a hidden path. But actually what it is, and I apologize to the camera again, I can get back to the main room that would have been previously inaccessible. Because once I go into the cavern, I'm kind of committed, but there's a way out, just in case I need to collect the more items. There's this portal that spawns enemies. It's a really cool effect. Now the water's back down. So here's another puzzle I made. This involves rigid bodies. This purple block over here I can actually move. And I need to move it using trial and error to get up to the second floor. This actually took me a lot of tries during the recording. Sometimes I'd have to start the entire level over because I'd run out of time. But this time I got it right on my first try, except I can't really get to the top because of the bad camera. But yes, I did make it to the top. You can see it just made it. And because of that center block also made it, I can get the 1-up. I can also replenish my time. So these platforms here, they actually fall when you touch them. Normally there'd be a complete bottomless pit, but for this I decided to, for testing purposes, so that, you know, my teacher could beat the level, I made it so that there's water there so you can just swim to the other side. I was going to take it out for the final build and I forgot. Unfortunately, I do not have the Unity build for this anymore. My hard drive fried literally 1 or 2 days after I turned this in. It just took too much abuse, I guess. And while I still have the EXE because I turned it in to my teacher, the Unity build is gone probably forever unless I pay like $1,000 to restore that hard drive, which I'm probably not going to do. So now that I have the gold key, I can open this door for the third and final room, which was going to be, you know, something really epic, but I didn't really have a lot of time, so I just shortened it down to a big final boss battle. It's not really a boss more so much as it is 3 enemy spawns, and they're going to spawn a ton of bad guys for me to beat. I don't necessarily have to beat them, I can just go to the finish, but why not show off the little combat? So there's little mats there with the colors on them. They make sure that just in case you've already collected all the gems, you can always have some ammo, air, and health. So if you're under 10 health, under 5 ammo, and under 5 air, just touch on the mat and you'll get, you know, a minimum supply just so you can survive. And now that he has the machine gun, you can mow down these enemies, and you can beat this game. And that's it. Thank you for watching and listening. I just wanted to show off my level design, and also the song that I made just for this YouTube video, because the original version had a copyrighted music, and I couldn't put that in the YouTube video, and I wanted to show off some of the music that I made in Logic and Pro Tools. Thank you so much for watching. There are playable levels that I made elsewhere on my website, www.nickjam.net. So, enjoy.